Hi, I'm Claire Richards. I'm the District 5950 Rotaract Chair, and I'm also a member of the St. Club Rotaract Club. So what is Rotaract? Rotaract is a club that brings together emerging leaders ages 18 and older to work on community service initiatives and develop critical leadership skills. Rotaract is a part of the International Rotary family, which has well over 1 million members and is over 100 years old. The unique thing about Rotaract is it brings together opportunities both locally and internationally to impact. And at the same time, it offers incredible personal development and professional development opportunities to its members. So we have several Rotaract clubs here in Minnesota. And one question I get all the time is, what makes a good Rotaract member? Now that's kind of a tricky question because it sort of depends. Wherever you go in the world, Rotaract means something just a little bit different, right? But generally speaking, I think that Rotaract members tend to be within the first 5 to 10 years of their career, or maybe they're new to their communities. They are people of action. Rotaract, right? They're people of action. They want to get involved, they want to make an impact, and they want to spend their time where it counts. My husband and I started the St. Club Rotaract back in 2015. And I can tell you from personal experience that it has made an immense impact on my life, personally, professionally. I mean, I have met some of my very best friends through Rotaract. I have made these really incredible professional connections. I have a challenge for you. If you are a person of action, if you want to make an impact on your community, if you want to build an incredible network, if you want to spend your time well, join Rotaract. And if you don't have a Rotaract club, start one. If I can do it, I promise you that you can do it. So if you're ready to join like-minded individuals making an impact on the world, join Rotaract today.
And welcome to the Rotary Club of San Dimas meeting for September 7th, 2022. Rotaract, you know, we now have a satellite Rotary Club. We have an Interact Rotary Club. Well, boy, maybe we ought to start thinking about a Rotaract Club. And I'm thinking about the campus over there at Life Pacific University and all those young people running around, and boy, what a thing they could be. So we've got a bunch of stuff coming up. First thing I want to remind everybody is on the 14th, that is our governor's visit. That is in person. I will feed you. We will have, I'm trying to get Pizzetta's on the phone, but that's kind of difficult, Sylvia, but I'm still working on it. Let me go over there and knock on his door. But we will feed you that night. And we have the governor coming in. We'll have a brief board meeting, and then we're going to also induct 5 new members. So it's important that you be there. If you cannot be there, I would appreciate you letting me know that you're not going to be there. That's the most important thing. And I have a very important and exciting announcement about our 30th member. We're at 29. We have the 30th member coming in for the Satellite Rotary Club. Here's what I'm going to disclose to you. This person is a high-level manager in an international company with a $25 billion market cap. Before their IPO in the middle 2010s, they were the 10th largest privately held firm in the United States. And one of their top managers is interested in joining the Satellite Rotary Club of Military Family Support. Indeed, I had a 30-minute conversation with her and sent her the link to sign up via DACDB. So I expect this evening, I'll be right when they're in the middle of their Satellite Rotary Club meeting this evening on the 14th. I'll be circulating a new petition for membership. And I got to tell you, this person is in the food service distribution business. And so they're excited about being on the food drive committee, and they open up every military base in the United States. This is potentially like game changing for all of us. It was a great conversation, and they're extraordinarily excited. And it was those Satellite Rotary Club members who went out and talked to a cousin, and a cousin knew a cousin, and a cousin knew a person that lived next door, and that person called me. And so it's pretty cool. So I'm very pleased about that. And that's my great big announcement. So I am the president. My name is Raymond Foster. I'm going to go around the room and introduce the spokes to the club. And first we'll go with Marianne Kistler. Marianne.
Good afternoon, Raymond. My name is Marianne Kistler. I am a member of 25 plus years. I am the current foundation chair. I am also a past president, and I love Rotary.
Now, Mary Ann, you said 25 plus years. I don't want to, you came in 1993, minus 93. You've been a Rotary member for 29 years. That's like almost, that'd be 30 in January.
Yes.
When we had a site visit out to 29 Palms, like the hottest place on earth, and Mary Ann went out on her 81st birthday. That's a Rotarian, let me tell you that. Thank you very much for your service, Mary Ann. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Raymond, for taking us. We appreciated that very much.
You're welcome. And so let's get Sylvia from the chamber. What's going on with the chamber, Sylvia?
Hi, Raymond. I'm Sylvia. I'm with the Dimas Chamber of Commerce. Hi, everybody. Right now at the Chamber, it is all about the Dimas Wine and Beer Walk. We're having that on October the 1st from 5 to 8 in downtown San Dimas. We have plenty of spots for business booths still left. We're about 50% capacity right now. And we have a lot of exciting vendors that you could look forward to. If you want more information, you could go ahead and visit our website at sandimaschamber.com. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And I will be, one of the motions at the board meeting on the 14th will be to fund the $50. We will have a booth there and we will have, you remember we did that hospitality suite? We're going to do at least 3 gift baskets. One is going to be a giant bottle of tequila. This is a beer and wine walk after all. And we got a gift card from Casa del Rey for $75. So it'll be tequila and $75 worth of Mexican food downtown. I wouldn't take the bottle with me. And then 2 bottles and 2 gift baskets with high dollar wine in them. And that's what we'll be raffling off. Tickets will be $1. There are only 1,000 tickets. So I think we can sell out a bunch of those and make up some of that money we spent on that booth. So it's very exciting for the WAC. We will be there.
Thank you, Raymond.
You're welcome. And Mike Wallace, how introduce yourself, brother?
Hi, everyone. Mike Wallace. I am the president of Better Home Financial Mortgage Brokerage downtown San Dimas. Been a Rotarian for over 7 years now. Past president, past treasurer, and general annoyance of Raymond. But I'm happy to be here serving the community. I will be at the beer and wine walk, despite, everybody knows that I'm not a big drinker. I don't like the alcohol, but I'll be there, twist my arm, and I'll show up.
We're very excited. So tonight also, by the way, is the 2026 committee meeting. We'll be over there at the chamber at the same time. The Satellite Rotary Club is having their meeting. We're just so busy. We're running out of time here. I will be over at the 2026. I think Sylvia, I hope you're there. You can let us in the door. I think
Yes.
Mike, you're going to go over to the High Point.
Yeah, I'll be there at the Satellite Rotary meeting. Patrick is presenting, and yeah, it should be a good meeting, hopefully productive, and we can put some wheels in motion to get things started and serving the needs of the 29 Palms YMCA Family Services Center.
Excellent. And we've got a bunch of things we'll talk about briefly when we get to the Action 360 after our guest. Oh, we got people who's popping in now. Sorry, I was ignoring them. It's Casey and Sean Casey. Oh my goodness, more people are coming in late. So next up is Isabella. And now it says Isabella. I know her as Izzy. She tells everybody she's Bella. Which name are we going to use here?
We can actually burn Izzy. That's my childhood name. I either go by Isabella or Bella. Hi, I'm Isabella Foster. I'm current secretary of the Satellite Rotary Club of Military Family Support. I am currently going through paperwork for tonight's meeting to make sure I don't miss anything, but I'm excited for our speaker, for those who didn't get to go to the site visit, because I know that site visit brought on, along with Operation Cleanup, brought on a couple members. So excited to have him speak and open up people's eyes who weren't able to attend.
Thank you very much. Very cool. And I saw your thing in the chat room, Sylvia. Would you text me his wife's name and whatever phone number you have so I can get on that? Thank you so much. And next up, Casey Cox.
Good morning or afternoon. What time of the day is it? I don't know, but it's Rotary time, so I'm here. Made it. Past president, connected, community liaison, just an all-around good guy doing life coaching and helping people live a better life, and coming along to Rotary to see where I can make a difference. Glad to be here.
Next up, Sean Casey. who can't unmute.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sean Casey. I am new to Rotary this year and super excited about opportunities and projects that are going on. You know, I pride myself in working with the students of San Dimas community through our high school at Chaparral Vista, and I've thoroughly enjoyed my time in working with folks from the Rotary and being a part of the Rotary, and excited for new things to come.
Excellent. Excellent. You know, Sean, you're so fortunate, because had you taken another second or so to unmute yourself, I would have nominated you for president after Steve. So you missed it by this much.
I was so close.
And, you know, I would call on Steve, but Steve is under the weather. He is, oh, you're going to talk? I see you unmute yourself, buddy.
Oh, sure. I'll say hello. Hi, everyone. My name's Steve Scott. I apologize. Normally I look worse than I sound. Today I sound worse than I look. COVID finally got me after 2.5 years. I have been a Rotarian for about 13 years now, current secretary, next president. Big shoes to fill, taking over for Raymond. Happy to be here. Sorry I sound so bad.
Not a problem. And we have one of our newest Rotarians, Mar Morris on. Mar, say hello and tell everybody who you are.
Hi, everybody. Bardellis Morris. I go by Mar. Currently, I live in Las Vegas, but was born and raised in San Dimas, California. Long time friend of Isabella's. United States Marine Corps Reserve Staff Sergeant, and I work as project management for a construction company out here in Las Vegas. Isabella kind of gave me the lowdown on what's going on with the 29 Palms thing, and just looking to get involved.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being here, and look forward to seeing you if you can make it online this evening. And I understand you're going to be at the Marine Corps dinner we're going to have on the 10th. And so all the Rotarians who have purchased tickets will meet you there also.
Sounds good, sir.
Excellent. And next up, Diva Alfaro.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you. You sound like you're at the bottom of a coffee can, but yeah.
Sorry, because it's either that or I have to put my headset on, and I'm done with headsets for right now. I am Diva Alfaro, a 34-year Rotarian. I am happy to be here. I am a licensed reverse mortgage loan officer.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Diva, and your work. And when we get to Action 360, we'll get an update on the fashion show from you. So thank you so much for being here today. Since we've got 4 people who popped in, I want to make my big secret announcement again. I want to make it one more time because I'm so pleased, because I don't know if everybody heard this. I had a 30-minute conversation. You know, we have 29 members in the club with our 30th member, the person that's filling out an application online as we speak. They are a high-level executive in a company with a $25 billion market cap. It was in the mid-2010s, the 10th largest privately held firm before it went public. It is taking us up to a new level, and they are going to be participating in Satellite Rotary Club Military Family Support. They are an international food distributor. This is a big deal and a big step up, and very excited for all of us. And so let's go to our guest. And I'm very excited to have her here today. I had an interesting conversation with her. AgingNext is dedicated to support and educate adults and their families to maintain independence, to age well at home and in the community. Now you know why I'm so interested. The Ride and Go program assists older adults with getting there and back with ease. In today's highly mobile world, a car represents freedom and independence. When driving or taking public transportation is no longer an option, seniors aging at home can feel isolated. Our friendly door-through-door service gets that you where you need to go, relax and on time. Bernice Alonso is a full-time employee, mother, and part-time student. She's the mobility manager at AgingNext, located in Claremont. She's been with AgingNext for about 4 months and is developing the transportation program for older adults. She has a passion to help others, especially those who need assistance. The Ride and Grow program is based on volunteer drivers, and they're looking to recruit volunteer drivers and share resource information about programs in San Dimas and the surrounding areas that they're hoping to start by the fall. Welcome to the Rotary Club of San Dimas, Bernice.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about AgingNext. I think I will need to get permission to share my screen.
You have it.
Perfect. Okay, so as Raymond mentioned before, my name is Bernice and I come from AgingNext. I am the mobility manager. And I've been here for around almost 5 months. I'm still fairly new, so I'm still pulling that new card. Bear with me if I'm jumping to and from slides or topics. I'm not too much of a great public speaker, but I'll try my best. I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about AgingNext. This is our agenda. Going to talk about transportation challenges for our seniors, our volunteer driver program, which is what I'm focusing on, those drivers and riders who are eligible, and in any time for questions, I'll stick around for a little bit. So AgingNext, we're a nonprofit organization. We've been around for about 47 years or so. We're located in Claremont. And we offer programs and services to older adults who are aging in the comfort of their homes. So we have different programs, and each one work hand in hand with clients who need that assistance or those tools that will help them, age and be confident in their aging journey. We're all aging. We're all going to be seniors one day, or some of us are seniors. And what better than to have programs and services that you probably may know of, or refer people to programs. Our mission is to support and educate older adults and to maintain independence and to age well in their community. We want to make sure that our seniors are aging, comfortably at home, and provide them with the services and resources that they might need for them to do that. We envision a society that embraces aging and empowers independence in life. And we would like to take control of tomorrow, today. We have 6 different core programs in here at AgingNext. We have different directors, so each one has their own program. We have an AgingNext Village, and that covers the city of San Dimas. The Village is a program where it's a membership-based program, and it's created to connect active, avid, older adults who live in their homes and who just, it's just how it sounds like. It's a village of people who come together when they need that help. Someone that needs a ride, someone that, just wants to spend some time and get some coffee. They do have days where they play board games, they have book clubs. It's just engaging older adults. And if someone needs assistance like yard work, they're there to help each other out. We have our Care Partner program. That program is not covered in the San Dimas area, but it's also, great for you folks to know, just in case somebody else does live in the city of Claremont, Laverne. And we recruit Care Partner volunteers. Care Partner volunteers receive a stipend, and the volunteers come to a client's home where we provide companionship to the client. So we pair a volunteer care partner with one of our clients, that person that may need assistance. We don't do like laundry, we're not caregivers, but we do provide that companionship, just watch TV, be there that if their family's working, have someone for them to talk to at least. We have our Memory Care Center, and that is located in Claremont. And this is an adult day program where we offer older adults with memory impairment. So those who have beginning to moderate signs of Alzheimer's and dementia. We put them in a fair and safe and fun and safe environment where they can socialize. And we give, their families a little time for themselves. Some moment where they can just drop them off and run their own errands. Or I've heard people even just, they drop them off to have that time for themselves to read a book for 4 hours. That's their time for themselves. And it can be a little bit draining. So that's where it's not a health memory care center. It's just our memory care center for them that we provide. We have our resource specialist. She is focused in providing services or resources for those who may need assistance in how to apply for Medi-Cal, housing assistance, legal assistance. We currently are having multiple people calling from an apartment complex where the management is abusing of the elders. So they're kicking them out. They're, giving them certain time where they need to leave, or they're just being too pushy on them. They're not giving them receipts for their payment that they're making. And we're working with them, or she's working with them to see how we can do to help them and find a solution for that case, because we don't want our elders to be abused in any way. Ride and Go program, which is the program that I'm focusing on, we are working on a transportation service that is a no cost to the senior that's needing it. And we it's based on volunteer drivers. So we want our seniors to maintain their independence by commuting to their medical appointments, to the grocery store, to church, or to run errands. And we do service 10 serving cities in LA County. And then we have our RSVP program, which is the volunteers. And we are funded with AmeriCorps. And volunteers, those who are 55 years or older and want to make a difference or have extra time and they want to help, deliver meals or become an instructor in a class for like exercising class. We pair them to the best option for them for volunteer services. I'm going to talk about the most common transportation challenges for our seniors. The most common is safety. As we get older, we're not too, we don't have those fast reflexes to move the steering wheel if we're seeing that a car's coming close to us. We're not aware of those bumps, those dips in the road, and we don't have that agility and that vision as someone who's a younger age. Also, distance to public transportation. I understand that there are public transportation such as the bus, the Metrolink. The only problem from that is that there's a long wait. People have to wait for the bus or for the Metrolink. Even if it's a public transportation, you have to walk at least a mile to get to and from, the bus or the Metro. It is a bumpy road. There's steps and there's sudden stops as well. Another topic is burden to others. So some older adults are stubborn. They don't want to ask for help. And some of them do realize that they need that assistance, but they resist from asking for help. They don't want to ask their friends. They don't want to ask their family because they think it's a burden to them. It may not, however, but it's just that, behind in the back of their head thinking, why am I going to ask someone? Another one is family conflict, although we have, our kids or our parents. We don't want to, as well as to burden, we don't want to, ask them for stuff, or some even live far from each other and they can't rely on their families. Some of it just have some family conflict, we're not perfect. We all have our problems and issues. So it's just family becomes unable and unwilling to even help them, or some of them are even impatient with the transportation that they can offer. And last one is financial limitation. Most of our seniors are living on a fixed income on Social Security, and therefore they don't have extra money to take public transportation or a private transportation like Uber, Lyft, or the emergency private transportation. And that's where our driving program comes in. So our Ride and Go program is a no-cost transportation, and we allow older adults to maintain their independence by providing them rides to their medical appointments, grocery stores, like I mentioned, church, or places that they need to go. So we help seniors who are 60 years or older and who have a disability, and those who are under the age of 60. The riders need to be living in the 10 cities that we're serving, which is Azusa, Claremont, Covina, Diamond Bar, Glendora, Laverne, Pomona, San Dimas, West Covina, and Walnut. And the riders can travel all through LA County, and also we do cross border lines. So if a client needs to go to Kaiser in Fontana, needs to go to City of Hope, needs to go to St. Jude's, our volunteer drivers are aware of that, and they know that we're going to cross county lines. And for that reason is why it's our transportation program is we're trying to put it out there so that people are aware that we cross county lines and we can provide these services to them. Since we're barely starting our program, we have a few volunteers, not what we would like to have, but we do request those who are receiving rides at least 5 days in advance for us to find a volunteer driver. Our volunteers can pick and choose the day that they want to volunteer. You know, we're not forcing them a certain amount of times, but we do ask for at least just 2 rides in 1 month. And like I said, they pick and choose the days, the hours, the times, and it's a volunteer service. Those who are eligible, it's the drivers. They must be 25 years or older. They must have auto insurance, and all of our volunteers are vetted. So we just have to make sure, you know, everybody passes a background check. We want to pair our riders and our drivers with someone that we can trust. They have to have a current driver's license. They must have a good record, and they must have access to computer or phone so they can pick and choose their appointments to pick up a ride. And our riders, they need to be 60 years of age or have a disability if they're under. If they are under, they need to provide a physician certification. They must be unable to use public transportation, and they also have to complete an application. For our riders, we do mention that we cannot take those who have wheelchairs or electric chairs for liability reasons. So we do assist those who have a cane or a walker. We don't want our drivers to be, you know, hurt in trying to carry their wheelchair, because those wheelchairs are heavy. Those who want to volunteer, you get gratitude of helping out. I'm pretty sure as Rotarians, you guys help each other out. You guys feel that happiness of helping someone out. So that's something that we do. We also give out mileage reimbursement. As I mentioned, it is a volunteer service, but we did receive a grant through LA Metro, which allows us to reimburse at 50 cents a mile for those who are volunteering with us. And we also provide supplemental secondary insurance. And I think that covered pretty much everything. My name is Bernice. If you guys have any questions, our number's right here, 909-621-9900, or you can always email me. And I do want to also add, I'll leave questions at last. We are also doing a Top Golf event in October, so next month. And this is a fundraiser for our memory care center. We're celebrating our 30 years. So it's a Top Golf event. It's going to be in Ontario. And then on the bottom, we have, you know, the prices for players who want to join a tea party or who just want to play individually. Just want to share that out there for you folks. And then I'll leave it for any time for any questions or comments for you folks.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. I'll open up for questions and see if we have some questions here. Are you currently operating in other cities? How's it working out?
So we do service 10 cities in LA County, the ones that I did mention. Mm-hmm. I am going through each city and seeing how we can work together. We have gotten a few people from the city of Walnut, from Claremont, from Laverne. So it's a very hard challenge to recruit volunteer drivers. We currently have 2 volunteer drivers, and we have 4 that are pending for background checks.
Very cool. Very cool. Are there any other questions for Bernice? Well, thank you so much for being here today. I know you have another thing going on right after this, and so you've got to skedaddle yourself. So thank you so much for being here.
I appreciate it.
And if you would stop your screen share and give me back control, that'd be very cool. There you are. Thank you again. So
Thank
we're
you
gonna,
so much.
you're very welcome. We're going to move right to the Fine Master. The Fine Master is here today, Mr. Casey Cox.
All right, well, I'll find myself first for not being here enough that I still have to hear that I'm here today. So that's a $5 entry bid. I'm now playing at the table for the Fine Master. You can tell us what is fine, what is not fine, or what you would just like to take a soapbox and say, that's not okay. So what's going on in your world, and what would you like to pay to talk about?
Everybody's quiet. I tell you what, though, as far as the fines go, we will have at the board meeting aging. Hey, you guys pay your dues. So this will be. I'm going to find myself $5 because my dues are in arrears 1 month, and I'm going to get that all caught up. So please make sure you get your dues paid.
I'd like to credit Steve a $10 return on the payment that he made for going to Pets for being miserable today and showing up. So this is just an acknowledgement. Steve, you have $10 credit for fines because we charged you way too much for skipping out. And you sounded worse than I've ever heard you. Thanks for showing up.
Appreciate it, Casey. Thank you.
The only thing missing is that sound. Anybody else going to find themselves today? All right. Going once, going twice. All right, we're going to move on to Action 360. What we're doing in the community. Governor's visit is September 14th. That is at 6 p.m. High Point Brewery. We will feed you. So be there. That is a must show up meeting. That is the one thing of the year. And here's the real important. It's real important that Roger shows up and sees a Rotary meeting, because then they won't ask any questions about all the crazy stuff we're doing. If he shows up and he doesn't see a Rotary meeting, then they're going to have a bunch of questions. And I don't want to be navigating the questions. So the governor's visit 6 p.m. at High Point Brewery. Are on you. And it'll be a brief board meeting. We'll induct 4 new members, and then we will have Roger speak at whatever he says, and then we're going to go. So the 14th. The raffle, start getting the money in, start selling the tickets. Each of you has 100 tickets, not a big deal. Hope that you get your tickets sold. That's our big fundraiser for the year. Let's see, 2026 committee meets this evening at 6 p.m. Satellite Rotary Club. What's going on with the Satellite Rotary Club? Anything we need to know about? A couple of members here. Somebody's not paying attention.
I'm trying to figure out in my notes here everything that we have. Like we had for R360, we're going to talk about how Operation Cleanup went, how 29 Palms went, and that's obviously Patrick's going to be there. Turn in your raffle tickets, sign up for the wine and beer walk. We need volunteers for that. I'm just waiting on Anthony Porter for the name tag. I'm sure nobody read the email about C's Candy, so I'll remind them of that. Our committees. Oh, yeah. A few questions on the committees. I'm just going to read it again. And then, voting on our bougie logo. That's going to be fun. But let me see. Where is the email about the committees? Just to confirm that I don't mess it up.
Why don't you, when you come by at 1:15 to pick the stuff up?
I have 37 tabs open.
Well, when you come over at 1:15, let's talk about the committees. How's that sound?
Okay, but yeah, I mean, we're doing great. I know that Patrick speaking, like I said, it's going to open, like going to the site visit, brought a couple members on board. So I know that him speaking is going to be eye-opening because a lot of people didn't even know, or, you know, everyone supports the troops until they actually see what's going on. And when they saw the food pantry, people were like gasped. So, you know.
Excellent. So, by the way, their logo that they're designing, this is another one of those crazy things we don't want to let Rotary know about yet, but they've taken the Rotary logo and boy, they've done a good job with it. They're going to vote on their official logo tonight, and they're going to have polos made and the whole thing. So that's one of the things that we just need to, we're going along full steam, and we're going to ask for forgiveness after we run everything over. The USMC Benefit Dinner Committee met last night. You know, that budget, we need to raise $10,950 to make the budget on that. So far, we've raised $7,000, so we're getting very close to the number. We sent out 574 letters to potential sponsors and donors. within San Dimas and the various VFWs, American Leagues, American Legions, et cetera, et cetera. At that dinner, Captain Ash will be there from San Dimas Station, as well as Captain Billy from the Crime Lab. So there'll be two sheriff's captains. I haven't heard about any other politicals from the state, from the city. Kathleen Barger's office is sending a certificate acknowledging the dinner to all of the participating organizations. Have asked for one for each. So that's moving along very well. And I hope that you guys will purchase tickets and be present on the 10th. Fashion show, Diva, what's going on with the fashion show?
Right, so I'm just waiting to see what the response is and what we need to do. I need to secure the date. So I've already emailed, I believe her name is Megan, I believe that's the events coordinator. And just, you know, to get it confirmed if that date works, which is June 10th. Also, if I recall correctly, we were looking to book it for the whole day and possibly the evening before. Is that correct, or just the whole day?
Well, I think that you need to, once you've dialed in the day before, we'll talk about setup and stuff with them once we get
Okay.
that confirmation.
Yeah, so that's what I just said, like, we would need the full day and possibly the evening before, but you know, just asked, you know, what it entails, doing it without a deposit. So I'm just waiting for the response on that, because once we get that response, then I'll send a request out to, you know, for the committee and get everybody, you know, kind of signed up of what needs to be done now that we actually have the venue and the date secured.
Okay, so that's a hard follow-up on your part, and so we're all waiting, and let me know. We'll get that committee pumped over. It's important, by the way, you sell those raffle tickets, so we have some seed money to do this event in June, so sell those raffle tickets. Anything else on the fashion show?
Nope, that's it for right now.
Good. You know, one of the things that we've been doing that's along the lines of fashion, I hope, Casey, I'm going to front you off on this. We had 3 appearances on the jewelry show. Why don't you just tell everybody what we did? We didn't really ask permission. What a shock.
What a shock. No one's asking forgiveness. Basically, the Rotary was kind of the pilot partner with the Elba Jewelry Design Center, which is where my office is. We've met here once before. And so we're doing shopping shows on Saturday mornings. Really, the goal from Elba's point of view is how to build better connections into the community and the marketplace. So we're either partnering up with local nonprofits or local businesses that want to support local nonprofits. And we're kind of making that way go forward. So we've done 3 shows. I don't know the final total. I know the first show alone, I think the 5% give back was a little over $500. And then there's 2 shows to follow that. So Bella's been here, Raymond's been here, I was here, just kind of moving it forward and getting things excited. So I think the Rotary will be able to come back. This was just our initial push, but good stuff is coming out of there.
Yeah, I think that with that, especially as the club gets larger and our reach gets further, we make more sense for Elba to come back. You know, and in talking to Bashira, his goal is $100,000 day and a $5,000 contribution to us for that day. And I think that's doable based on what based on the platform. So I think we continue to cooperate with them into the future. It would cost us nothing and may make us a bunch of money.
What Raymond, what kind of the vision that we learned in the first week is we want to partner more with businesses that support nonprofits rather than the nonprofits themselves. So what that would mean for the Rotary to come back is for us to partner with Better Home Financial. And so Steve, or not Steve, we could do State Farm as well, but for Mike, for you to join in this endeavor, that you're actually the host with Bernard saying, I represent Better Home Financial and I support the Rotary. So we are marketing to your clientele within your business to broaden the spectrum of who's actually purchasing. The people who purchased in the last 3 weeks were all part of Elba already as a jewelry designer. But we know if we maximize the reach, because if you go, hey, I really support this, I want my business to know I'm supporting this. Besides, if you want great jewelry, here it is in a local San Dimas affiliate. That's kind of how we look at it going forward. So when the Rotary comes back, we'll be partnering with businesses of really members who say, I'm a Rotarian my business supports the Rotary. So expand that a little bit.
Okay, so let's have a side conversation about taking that to Roger at the governor's district. There are 62 Rotary clubs in the district with a wide variety of industries that might, I mean, if you're going to go from Las Vegas to South Pasadena, tackling one district at a time might make more sense. But that's a good thing. Lastly, we have on the thing for Action 360 Seas Candy. Oh my goodness, Seas Candy. So it's the holiday Seas configuration. So when you're getting ready to order your Seas Candy, support Rotarians.com. You know, so we also have the domain smileforsandimas.com. If you go to smileforsandimas.com, you can then, it's an Amazon landing page, and it says, oh, you selected San Dimas Rotary Foundation as your giving partner, and a small percentage of your purchases go to the Rotary Club. It's an easy way for you to support Rotary, our personal foundation. So before we go to the calendar, does anybody have anything to bring up?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Just a reminder, it's on the San Dimas Rotary Facebook page and on the San Dimas Rotary site. I am running 100 miles for Stop Soldier Suicide. They are trying to lower the suicide rate by veterans, active military, and reservists by 40% by the year 2030. My goal is to raise, it started as $1,500, but because I surpassed that, I've bumped it up to $2,500. So if anyone wanted to participate in that, it kind of goes hand in hand with the Satellite Rotary Club of Military Family Support. So that's just something near and dear to my heart. Even if you don't want to donate, just share the link. It's on the Facebook pages, you know, that would be helpful.
Excellent, excellent event. You got money out of me, so I think everybody else should put some money up too. Let's see on the calendar here. Our next meeting is the governor's visit on the 14th. I know I'm beating that to death, but for obvious reasons. Believe me when I tell you, if Roger shows up and sees a Rotary Club, all the stuff we're doing and all the crazy stuff we want to do that nobody's done before, but really, really works, we're not going to get any grief over. So it's very important that we have a good showing at that meeting. On the September 27th, we are yet to have a speaker. I'm open to suggestions, but I will begin to cast a net to see if I can find something interesting. I did have a phone call from Susan Rubio's senior representative. What's interesting about that is I sent them an email a month ago, and she called me to say, has my office followed up? Because Susan really wants to come and speak to your Rotary Club. She's obviously running for election, but she will unlikely or very likely be our new senator. So it's nice that she's connected up with the Rotary Club. We got the beer and wine walk coming up. We need volunteers. We have the Marine Corps dinner on November 10th. And that's about all I've got for the calendar right now, scheduled through the rest of the year. But we'll keep doing it. Anybody have anything before we go? Nope. Excellent. We're not going to do the four-way test. I'm going to tell you why we're not doing it here right now, because several of you are going to be at High Point Brewery. I know Isabella is going to have the platform up, and I know the Satellite Rotary Club will do the four-way test for us tonight. And so that's cool enough for me. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. I will see you either this evening or at the governor's visit.
Adios.